For the first time in months, a rare moment of relief has touched the war-scarred land of Gaza. On Thursday, the world watched as Red Cross aid trucks rolled into the enclave, carrying desperately needed medicines and medical equipment. Crowds of Gazans gathered at the crossing, waving, cheering, and capturing the historic moment on their phones. These trucks weren't just vehicles filled with supplies. They were symbols of hope, the first tangible signs of a peace process that could finally bring an end to years of suffering. This came just hours after Israel and Hamas reached an agreement on the first phase of President Donald Trump's proposed Gaza peace deal. The initial stage includes a ceasefire, the exchange of hostages and prisoners, and a large-scale flow of humanitarian aid meant to stabilize Gaza and pave the way for reconstruction. It's a fragile beginning, but a significant one. Reports had initially suggested that the Red Cross trucks might be involved in hostage transfers, sparking a wave of speculation online. However, Israeli media quickly clarified that these vehicles were strictly humanitarian, focused on delivering life-saving aid to hospitals and clinics inside Gaza. The sight of Red Cross insignia crossing into the battered territory marked a stark contrast to the months of bombardment and blockade that had brought Gaza to the brink of collapse. Under the deal's first phase, dozens of hostages held by Hamas are expected to be released in exchange for Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. At the same time, humanitarian corridors will be opened to allow aid organizations to deliver food, water, and medical support to the civilian population. Trump's team has reportedly worked for weeks behind the scenes to broker this delicate truce, positioning the agreement as a cornerstone of his renewed approach to Middle East diplomacy. For many, the key question now is whether this fragile calm can hold. Previous ceasefire attempts have collapsed under the weight of mistrust and renewed violence. Yet this time the atmosphere feels slightly different. With the Red Cross and other international agencies on the ground, the world is watching closely, and neither side can afford to lose the fragile credibility this moment has brought. In Gaza City, the sounds of explosions and drones have briefly given way to something new. The rumble of aid trucks and the voices of children playing in the streets again. For exhausted families who have lost everything, even a short pause in fighting feels like a miracle. The next steps of the deal aim to expand humanitarian access and launch a coordinated reconstruction effort, with international donors expected to play a major role. The White House described this as the first of several stages that could lead to a full end to hostilities and the beginning of political talks on Gaza's future governance. Skeptics caution that deep divisions remain on both sides, but even they admit that Thursday's aid delivery marked a turning point.